Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn to Play TV. Today, we will be doing an unboxing of the newly released Deadpool Heroclix set. Now, this Gravity Feed set has 10 characters to collect, and is a preview of a full set to come later in this month. So without any further hesitation, let's go ahead and dive into this Gravity Feed set and see what it has to offer. So let's go ahead and we'll start with this one here. I'm hoping we get some different figures and not a bunch of just doubles. Now there are only 24 figures in a Gravity Feed, so hopefully we get a good variety here. So our first one we have is called Ultimatum Major. Now he's a pretty cool looking sculpt. Not a bad start. Let's go ahead and move on and see what else we got here. So this one's staring at me right in the face. Let's see. I really just want that Deadpool figure. He would be a cool one to have. And look at that. Man, a double already. Well, let's see what else we get. Now the set that's coming out later in this month, I believe comes out on the 14th. And that set will have a full 80 figures to collect, as well as a mystery thematic chase set. Now, from what I have heard, the chases are going to be zombie figures, and that is really cool. But let's go ahead and move on with this unboxing here. So it looks like we pulled Deadpool, and that is an awesome figure. Now, if you look on the back here, there's a slot that allows you to use these... gosh, I couldn't even tell you exactly what they're called, but they're like these little chat bubbles that you can put on the back side of this figure. And it looks like right here you'll be able to utilize that in game. So hopefully we'll be able to take a look at that a little bit more in depth here towards the end of the video when we go over the figures. So let's continue on and see what else we get. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually pull those chat bubbles in these packs or not. I guess we'll find out. Well, here we go. Here we have Black Cat. That is a cool looking figure. Not bad. We're down to 3 packs left. Oh, here we go. Another different figure. So this is Snakeroot Clan Ninja. And that is interesting. Talk about a red suit. As a ninja, I don't know how much you're going to hide from that in that suit, but 2 packs left. And here we have Atomium Specialist. Interesting. There's another scientist keyword and a weapon X keyword on there. Alright, and our last pack here, so at least we pulled 1 Deadpool, so I am happy with that. And we got here a Secret Empire number 9. Well, at least we only got 1 double so far, so I'm going to take a minute, I'm going to pull all of these out and show you guys a close-up look. Be right back. To start us off, we have the Ultimatum Major, and he can be played at 55 points with 5 clicks of life. Now, this Major does have a trait called Power in the People's Hands, not the State. And it states that Ultimatum Major can use leadership, but he may only remove action tokens from characters with the shared keyword. Now, for a 55-point leadership, that's not a bad start. Now, Ultimatum Major is not meant to be the big powerhouse, so don't expect anything too grand from his dial. He does open up with a running shot with a 10 attack, willpower, and enhancement. Now, he does maintain his stats up until his 4th click, where we do see him transition. He does drop running shot and willpower, but picks up energy explosion and toughness. And if that wasn't enough, they do throw a little bit of range combat expert in for color. Overall, the Major is a decent character for 55 points. I don't expect any big plays from him, but I can see where he can be useful with the right team. And here we have the Black Cat, who can be played at 45 points with 5 clicks of life. Black Cat has a trait called Probability Field Manipulation, and it states that once per turn, if a friendly character's attack roll includes one die, you may re-roll that die. Once per turn, If an opposing character's attack roll includes 1 6 die, you may make your opponent re-roll that die. In either case, the attacker must be within 6 squares in line of fire. Wow, that really is simple to understand, but I don't know why that was so hard to read. Now on her first click, she does open up with a white movement ability called Master Burglar, and it states that Black Cat can use leap climb and stealth. Now comboing that with your super senses gives you plenty of options to keep you safe. And not to mention, if your opponent really does want to come at you, that exploit weakness is going to make him think twice. She holds these stats through click 2, but on click 3 we do see a little bit of a transition, where she drops her exploit weakness and picks up Blade Claw Fang. Now on click 4 we do see the final transformation, where Black Cat drops her white movement ability and picks up Leap Climb. Now from here on, she will continue to hold these stats up until her last click. Overall for 45 points, I find Black Cat to be an awesome character. And here we have the Atomium Specialist, who can be played at 45 points with 4 clicks of life. Now, Atomium Specialist does open up with a white damage ability called Adamantium Fusing Process, and it states that once per game, and not during your first turn, give Adamantium Specialist a double power action if he occupies your starting area. When you do, deal 1 unavoidable damage to an adjacent friendly character, and give that character action tokens until he has 2 action tokens. That character can use invulnerability this game, but can't be healed beyond its current click. Now that is an awesome ability if paired for the right character. Now on click 2, he does drop the white damage ability and picks up Blade Claw Fang and exploit weakness. Now for whatever reason they give him this, I quite haven't figured it out. I mean, he's got such a low attack value, it's going to be very hard for this guy to really hit anyone. But I can see that if he does happen to hit with that Blade Claw Fang roll, it could definitely mean some devastation to your opponent. Now, as we move along on his dial, on clicks 3 and 4, we see that he has completely dropped his abilities and only picked up Perplex, essentially solidifying this character's role as nothing more than a support piece. Next up we have Secret Empire number 9, and he can be played at 35 points with 5 clicks of life. Now for 35 points, this guy opens up with a pretty solid dial. He starts off on his first click with Penetrating Psychic Blast and Enhancement, and that's all paired up with some Energy Shield Deflection for defense. Not a bad start for a 35 point character. Now on click 2, we do see that he drops his Penetrating Psychic Blast, but picks up Energy Explosion instead. Now on click 3, we do see that he is swapped one more time, again regaining Penetrating Psychic Blast. Now on click 4, we do see that we're reaching the end of this guy's dial. He completely drops all of his abilities except for Energy Explosion. And on his 5th click, the final click, we do see that he swaps his Energy Explosion once more for a last go at Penetrating Psychic Blast. Overall, this character is not bad for 35 points. I would definitely play this guy. Here we have the Snakeroot Clan Ninja, and he can be played at 50 points with 5 clicks of life. Now this ninja opens up with 2 traits. The first, called Disappear into Smoke, states that during the end of your turn, when Snakeroot Clan Ninja occupies hindering terrain, give him a free action and place him into any square of hindering terrain within 3 squares and line of fire. Overall, that's not a bad trait to have, especially for a ninja. Now his second trait is really what takes the cake, and it is called Your Memories Are My Power, and it states, once per game, when Snakeroot Clan Ninja KOs an opposing character with a higher point value, you may then choose any standard power that that character possesses anywhere on that dial. Snakeroot Clan Ninja can then use that power for the rest of the game. Now I don't know about you, but that is an awesome trait. But let's go ahead and continue on to his dial. On his first click, we see that he opens up with Stealth, Smoke Cloud, Willpower, and Exploit Weakness, giving him everything you expect a ninja to have in his arsenal. Now he continues to hold these stats through his second click, but on click 3 we do start to see that he is transitioning. He does drop his Smoke Cloud, Willpower, and Exploit Weakness, but in return he does pick up Blade Claw Fang and Combat Reflexes. Now Snakeroot Clan Ninja does hold these stats up until his last click, so hopefully you're able to utilize that Blade Claw Fang and really stick it to your opponent. Overall, for 50 points, I really find that this is one ninja that everyone's going to want to have. And for our last pull, we have Deadpool, and he can be played at 149 points with 8 clicks of life. Now this Deadpool brings with him a new feature to the game, and as you can probably tell, it has to do with what are called word balloons. Now for the life of me, I couldn't remember that term, but yes, these things are called word balloons. With Deadpool, as it states here on his card, he has a word balloon ability called Merc with a Mouth, and it states, give Deadpool a free action and attach a word balloon to him. Replace any currently attached. Deadpool can then use the associated effect. Now that is a pretty cool mechanic that they're bringing to this game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is going to affect some other characters in this set. Deadpool also starts off with a trait called I Like My Trait in Web of Spider-Man Better, and it states, at the beginning of your turn, roll a d6. On a result of a 1 through a 3, heal Deadpool of 1 click of damage. On a result of a 4 through a 6, remove any action tokens from either Deadpool or an adjacent friendly character that shares a keyword with Deadpool and has a lower point value. Now I can't remember for the life of me what the trait is from the Web of Spider-Man, but I gotta say that this trait is actually really cool. Having the possibility to heal every turn or even remove action tokens is pretty nice to have. On his first click, we see that Deadpool opens up with Sidestep, a 12 attack, toughness, and range combat expert. Now on click 2, he does pick up energy explosion and combat reflexes, but now on click 3 we do see that he starts to transition towards the middle of his dial, where he drops his range combat expert and picks up probability control. Now to continue with his transition, on click 4 he drops his Sidestep and picks up phasing teleport with precision strike. On click 5 he continues to hold his stats, but on click 6 we do see a quick transition to the back end of his dial. Deadpool picks up Charge with Blade Claw Fang and a Perplex combination, making sure that Deadpool gives you 110% even to his last breath. On click 7, he maintains his stats but does pick up Regen, hopefully giving you the opportunity to heal up towards your higher clicks. Overall for 150 points, I think this Deadpool could be quite effective. He holds some great attack values and abilities throughout his whole dial, and not to mention that this new mechanic that he's introducing does seem like it could be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what new word balloons come out with the set. Oh, and I almost forgot. This character is a Switch Clicks figure that can be used on either the Avengers or X-Men team base that you received in the AVX event. Now the asset ability that Deadpool offers for you states that when this team character is attached, opposing characters cannot use the Avengers or X-Men team abilities. So here is that word bubble that I completely missed and left in the bag. I would have never seen it unless I looked again. But anyway, this is one of the new word bubbles that is being introduced in this Deadpool set. This particular word bubble states that when this character targets a character with a ranged combat attack along a direct line of fire, it may also target every other opposing character within range that's along that direct line of fire, and divide the damage among all its targets. Now that's a cool ability. It is definitely bringing a new mechanic and a new aspect to this game that I'm really looking forward to. Alright guys, that does it for us here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot of great information out of it. I am really looking forward to seeing what this upcoming set has to offer. From what I've seen here, there are a lot of great figures in this set, and it's only going to be getting better. Well again, I hope you guys have a great night and a great week, and I will see you all later.